I don't get it. I don't get it. Weed could save us so much money, guys. Like, it could save us. I mean, I, I've breached on some of my issues. I have lots of issues. But you know, they don't affect me anymore. They used to affect me a lot. They still have an effect on me. Anxiety still a tough one, you know. Um, People and stuff like that, you know. But you know, whatever. It's stuff we have to deal with. So, and it's asparagus that put me in the position where, you know, I can disassociate myself from the anxiety of certain things, or I can disassociate my depression. Um, Now, um, when it comes to things like PTSD, um, that's a tough one. That's a tough one, you know. Um, and then there's things like ADHD, where I mean I wasn't diagnosed until I was 29, but that shit caused a problem for me my whole life, you know. It's easy to be like, yo, man, that shit doesn't exist. We all got those problems, man. Shit, look at Jimmy. He can never sit still. Little Jimmy, he never sit. He always up and down and shit like that. And yeah, that's a nice way of thinking about it. Like, whatever. Like someone who can't sit, um, or can't pay attention, inattentiveness, and um, ODD, oppositional defiant disorder, um, not being able to accept instruction from others, a lot of the time. You know, these things can kind of play havoc in a person's life. Impulsiveness. That's got me in trouble more than you can imagine. I mean, and impulsiveness doesn't just mean running your mouth. It means being banned from places, and shit like that, you know, or ending up in a jail cell, you know. So impulsiveness is a rough one too. There's a lot of things to the Adahada realm, and then I still have IBS. And this is not fuck, man, how did this turn into this kind of video? This started as me thanking Justin Trudeau for being awesome. But but IBS is, you know, I've spoken about IBS as well. It's a pointless one to talk about, really, because I've already talked about it. So we'll skip that. But all of them together, when I spoke to my doctor, she said, "Why are you not on any painkillers? Because this wrist was agony. If I were to be on all those pharmaceuticals, I wouldn't be able to get out of bed." Now, not only that, but I mean, I have prescriptions coming out my butt for painkillers. So I'm just saving them money. That's all I'm doing. I'm just saving them money. I've got. I might even have some prescriptions down here. What do you call it? What would you call it? You call it cashing in your prescriptions. Okay. I've got 3 here. These are 3 that I've got just here. I've got another folder somewhere else. The thing is that I'm not. I've already written to I wrote to our health minister. I've never had a reply from our Scottish health minister. I wrote to her. I wrote to the head of my local NHS department a few years ago. I still have these letters. I could read them to you if you'd like one day. Now, I've got these fucking letters, right? And I've written these letters to them, and I've never received a response. In fact, my NHS letter was removed from my file with no reasons given. So still to this day, I still have the original copy. Does it bother me that the NHS and the health minister don't respond? Yeah, at first it did, but now it's like, well, fuck you. Like, I'm trying to take care of myself and my family, and I mean, I'm there for my family all the time, you know. Lady Dope, she works away a lot of the time, so I mean, she's a carer, you know. She works with everyone from the elderly to, you know, people with neurodegenerative disorders, you know. So, and she travels everywhere. She travels everywhere looking after people. And that's super awesome. That's super awesome. And I feel like asparagus helps people. I know it helps people because like I said, I mean, fuck. I mean, all of those things that have affected me, that up until I was about 23 pretty much kept me in a cupboard and locked away from society. At 17 had me kicked out the children's home because they deemed I was getting too old. 17, so getting too old, you know. Just, you know, I've gone from tiptoes off the end of a building, completely homeless, nothing and nobody, then through luck and grace and kindness and humanity and lots of other shit, I managed to get into a house, onto my feet, into a job, back to the world, back to everything, back to blah, 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 blah. You know, I mean, people talk about like cutting themselves. Look, I still have, fuck, you probably can't even see, I still have scars on my thumbs from cutting myself from severe depression at 10 years old. I used to sit in my class with my don't do this at home kids or anybody else, but your sharpener, your pencil sharpener, and then unscrew the blade and then put it in, and then I no real reason, no looking for attention or anything like that, just hidden, just I don't know. But I've come a long way, you know, and asparagus helped me. So I'm saving them a lot. They don't reply to my emails. I'm getting better, but using the asparagus could completely redo that cycle. Just restart that whole cycle again. You know. So I don't know. I'm gonna finish my tea and then upload a video. How about I want?